Nature. The word alone is ominous. We are all part of nature. We all share a common human nature. It is in our nature to do things that make us feel, well, more natural. I and many of you revel in our chances to be immersed in nature. So with Mount Rainier as my co-star of this episode, I'd like to explain why nature calls out to us all in this video titled Happy Nature. Our relationship with nature is unique among all other earthly relationships. It's unlike any connection we may have with other living beings, and it's very different from the way we relate to anything non-living or man-made. So, we come from nature, live surrounded by it, and in the end, we surrender our bodies back to nature. We are part of nature, and nature flows through us. Being out in nature, or even just seeing natural green scenes, has been shown to reduce fear, anger, and stress, and it also promotes pleasant, happy thoughts. Physical well-being is also increased by nature. Time spent outdoors has been shown to decrease blood pressure, reduce heart rate, ease muscle tension, and decrease the production of stress hormones. The Japanese call taking a healthful walk in nature Shinrin-yoku, which means forest bathing. Scientists not only appreciate the healthful benefits of Shinrin-yoku that I already described, but they further know that trees release helpful compounds into the air which we then breathe. Pine trees, for example, release alpha-pinene and limonene into the air. Both are antimicrobial and immune system boosters. Exposure to nature during healing powerfully impacts how we tolerate our pain, stress, and our anxiety. Several studies have demonstrated this effect by comparing patients who recovered in a room with a natural view versus one with no view. On average, patients exposed to nature spend less time in the hospital. Even a simple houseplant has been shown to have beneficial healing effects when placed in a patient's room. So, what did Luke Skywalker say to the sick child? May the forest be with you. Nature even works its wonders regardless of the attitude we bring to it. Researchers have monitored people's brains with EEG equipment as they walk through urban areas and then through natural areas. Regardless of who wore the EEG gear or what kind of mood they were in, each was less aroused, less frustrated, and more meditative as they walked through nature. Nature's effects on learning have also been studied. One group of young students who were taught in outdoor classrooms was shown to be 27% better at learning science. Another study showed that kids with ADHD are calmer and have increased attention spans all day when they spend some time out in nature. And they don't have to go deep into the forest to enjoy such benefits. Just about any outdoor activity helps ADHD kids. Another study blames increased time in front of video screens and less time out in nature as a direct cause of increased childhood obesity and depression. From 1999 to 2012, the percentage of Americans on antidepressants increased from 6.8% to 13%, doubled in 13 years. Could that have something to do with the decreasing time on average that we spend outside? I believe it does. Nature has been shown to quiet the mind, allowing us to focus more sharply on tasks. It has also been shown that those of us who spend more time in nature appreciate it more, making us more likely to take steps to maintain and support our environment. That includes all forms of nature, including our own bodies. Oh, and how do trees get online? Why, they log in, of course. So, what is a poor, nature-starved city dweller to do? One study in a poor Chicago neighborhood showed that areas with some trees and some green areas had residents that knew each other better and helped each other more. They also enjoyed a lower level of street crime, lower domestic violence, and they reported better being able to manage their own poverty. The only difference? A little extra nature. Feeling stressed? How about taking a 5-minute nature break? Or a visit with a pet? Maybe pull a few weeds in your garden, or a quick walk or jog. Smell some flowers. We can reconnect with ourselves just by refocusing our attention on nature. I've read that gardening is an act of faith. We stick tiny seeds in the ground and pray that they grow into wonderful food. I can't think of a more fulfilling direct interaction with nature than tending to a garden. Do it right, and you can even grow zucchinis like this one from my own garden. For me, I grew up with a deep love of camping, hiking, and the outdoors. During high school, I threw on my backpack and went camping every weekend I got the chance. Today, I'm mostly limited to nature in my neighborhood, but living in Seattle, I get to enjoy lots of nature everywhere I turn. Nature has always made me happy, and it can do the same for you.
Choose happiness!